Pause this. You know why? Because
キャベツソフト
we're getting into the game.
アメージンググレイス
Amazon Grace. I mean, Zine Grace. Yeah. You know, if Grace was so amazing, why am I sick? Why didn't she cure me? All right. If Grace was so amazing, why doesn't she give me a better joke to come up with? If Grace was so amazing, I don't know. Why do Renaissance paintings have nipples in them that I have to censor? Tell me that one. Riddle me that one. Alright, anyway. Last time we played Amazing Grace, we went to an art gallery and we saw a bunch of paintings. And I recognized all of them because I am pretentious. But, you know, that's just how it has to be to play this game. You have to know things. Yeah. You know, you need to know the paintings and stuff like that. Even though the main character, even though you're playing as a main character who doesn't know anything about paintings, so that it's more user-friendly and so and so. But fuck that. We want to be like Yune and not like Kyrie. Don't worry. I didn't forget her name. Because how could I forget Best Girl's name? Yeah. I didn't. Because I didn't forget her name. But yeah. Either way, let's just jump right into it, shall we? It's been a while, because I've had to catch up on Nekopara because I was close to finishing Love Sweet Garnish, but thankfully, I'm one stream off of finishing Nekopara, so I have plenty of time to play Amazon Grace. So let's get in. Before I know it, December is here. It's a month that marks the closing of the year, and with it, the town's joyous Christmas celebration. And and bro started school last month. Nice. I opened my eyes and stretch. Oh, it's more like, you know? Yet another great morning to wake up to. This month is going to be pretty busy, but so much fun too. There's already... Kyrie just kept the ladder there. Today is also the first day of winter break. Really? You were at school... You were only at school for 3 days and you already have winter break. Fuck you. Relief sweeps through my body at the realization that I won't have to do anything art-related today. Already 9? I really slept in. One might argue days off are made for sleeping in. There's no specified breakfast time on our days off, with students able to come and go at their leisure. After enjoying a light breakfast, I make my way to the front entrance of the dorm.
あ、シュウだ。おはよう。おはようございます。
Morning. We might be on break, but Yune is still going out of her way to show me around town. Sakuya's joining us.
用 王子も呼んでおいたから来てくれると思うよ。
Isn't everyone busy with their festival pieces? No sooner than his name... Wait, what? No sooner than his name is mentioned does Yuji appear. Hang on. Oh, yeah. I thought, Shu said Yuji.
悪い、遅れた。
何やってたんですか？
背投げ虫ってた。
That just makes me even more curious. I'm completely clueless. Tell me something I don't know.
そんじゃレッツゴー。一応シュウ先輩が来た初日に軽く案内はしましたが、あの時はあくまで通学路だったので。
Yeah. Honestly, it was more than enough. With pressure mounting to get their pieces done in time for the culture festival, I feel bad she's wasting time that she could be spending on her project.
なに気使ってんだよ。たまの休日くらい休ませろ。
そうそう。それに出店が迫ってるのはシュウだって同じでしょ？
Nah, he's still looking for inspiration. I've taken to carrying around the camera Guido gave me wherever I go. My reasoning was that I never know when inspiration might strike, but I haven't taken a single shot so far. No shit. No shot.
今日は週のシャッターチャンスになる時が来るといいな。
シュウ、行きたいところある？
A place I want to see that might also afford the chance at the perfect photo. Oh yeah. I was thinking maybe Oneto.
オンネトか。
Everyone suddenly seems slightly on edge. No good?
ダメじゃないけど。
遠い。あそこに行くなら他のところが見れね
I guess so, huh?
え。そもそもなんで最初に思いつくのがオンネトなんだ？
Because that's where he woke up.
シュウ先輩はオンネ島で。
That's what I said!
え、よく生きてたな。
Fuck you, Sakuya. What do you mean?
あそこ寒いからね。
I have a feeling you'd most likely freeze to death within an hour. There's still so much of this town I'm not familiar with, so I don't care where you take me. Look, okay, well, look. December just started, right? Which means winter. Why? Okay, well, I'm not gonna call it snow, but what the fuck is that white stuff around the merry-go-round, alright? It can't be snow, right? Because there's nowhere else where there would be snow everywhere else, right? There's still so much of this town I'm not familiar with, so I don't care where you take me. I kind of want to check out Oneto in the hopes that my belongings are still there somewhere. Although it probably makes more sense for me to do that on my own time.
公園とかはどうでしょう？
いいね。
Lead the way. The park. I've never been, and I've never seen it. I'm not even sure where it is. Is it a regular park or something else? It's an art park. Thus far, this town has been one surprise after another, and I assume the park is no exception. Then. Okay.
ここが縫い公園。ちょうど町の中心くらいかな。
I've got several questions. And I'm afraid I'm afraid to know what the answer is. Wow. I cry out in surprise at the sight before me. What the fuck is it? It, it looks like a piece of the ice wall. When I heard the word park, my mind had conjured up a small green space with a playground, not this massive object with a playground behind it. It's a monolith, a teardrop-shaped crystal, the mystery behind its very existence only adding to its sheer magnificence. Also, why is the ground covered in snow when the paving is not concrete? I have no idea what that is, but it's amazing.
あれはなんだっけ。
ゴリアテの涙です。
Right.
そうそう、ゴリアテの涙。
I see. Whatever it's for, there's no denying how impressive it is. I simply accept it for the time being. You said this is Nui Park?
そうです。変な名前ですよね。
Yes.
縫い工なんて呼ばれたりな。
この公園は一人の設計者が全部デザインしたものなの。
How big is the park anyway?
縫い公園は全部含めるとうちの学校と同じくらい広い。
Right. You're joking. I have a hard time wrapping my mind around how big the St. Aria Academy campus really is. That must mean the park's as large as several baseball stadiums. I can see that.
この公園はその一人のデザイナーが全体を一つの芸術作品と捉えて設計したと言われています。遊具とかオブジェとか緑とか綿密に配置が考えられているらしいの。
Wow. I had a feeling this would be more than just a simple park. Even the park is elevated to a work of fine art. The townsfolk on the arts is truly astounding. The town's focus on the arts is truly astounding. By the way, who designed the park?
確かマキリって人。
So I did finish the main story and Kyrie's after story. I don't care if I told you that. You did not. Who? McKilly. The name doesn't ring any bells. A part of me hoped I might know them, which is why I asked.
もう亡くなったと聞いてますし、私たちも詳しくは知りませんね。
ただそんな場所だから新しい発想を求めてここに来るやつは多い。
I sure could use some of that right now. Being a public holiday, I spot the occasional person coming and going with some on bicycles. I haven't seen any bikes in town until now. I assumed no one had bikes, but I was wrong.
向こうでレンタルできるからね。お金はかかるけど。
If the park's so big, if park's as big as you say, then you'd need a bike to get around, huh?
でも今日はダメだな。
Why is that?
私が乗れないからです。
Oh. Ah. A far simpler explanation than I expected. That I expected. Based on my experience, I've always thought of parks as places for kids to play.
他のところに行けば、そういう普通の公園もあります。
Bro,
ここはちょっと特殊です。
what do you mean by experiences? You've lost your memories. It does have a rather unique aura to it. Although a part of me feels relief knowing our definitions of a park are the same.
縫い公園も一応遊具はあるしね。どうやって遊ぶのかわかんないのも多いけど。
I played Kyrie's after story, then nothing since, of course. Of course. 25 hours and 30 minutes, oh boy.
私たちも子供の頃は遊んだものです。
So you're saying you're no longer a kid?
大人です。
Uh-huh. I glance over her body, her chest puffed up with pride, and silently agree. Okay.
向こうの方に行けばすんげえ吹き出る噴水とかわけわかんねえくらいねじ曲がった鉄棒とかがある。
ロトの柱と約束の飯やね。
I don't know any of those. At any rate, it all seems on brand with the artistic sensibilities of the artist who created it all. There's no way I could spend time in here and not have a moment of creative clarity.
見て回ると長いからそろそろ次に行こうぜ。
歩いてると日が暮れますからね。いやはや自転車に乗れないと困ったものです。
Yeah, 12 and a half streams. But that's if I stay consistent with 2 hours. And if it is if it takes me only 25 hours, but you know, we already know that it's always doubled. Easy for you to say.
ここは商店街ね。前にも案内したことはあったと思うけど。
I'm still not familiar with what stores are here, so I'm happy to take a look around. The allowance I got from Sister Lily is burning a hole in my pocket.
俺のおすすめはなんといってもあのスニーカーショップ。
Aha.
私のおすすめはなんといってもあの古着屋さん。
Oh, what are these noises?
私のおすすめはなんといってもあのドーナツ屋さん。
Oh ho ho. Why? Everyone seems to have their own favorite shop. Stop. Wait. Chop. Yeah. No. It does say stop, so it was a typo. When would you finish by? Good question. Anyway, since she brought us here, we get some donuts from Yune's favorite shop. You mean stop?
ドーナツ美味しいですね。
初めて食ったけどうまいな。
でしょ？私と咲夜はよく帰りに買ってるもんね。
It's a pretty good spot.
待てシュウ、俺おすすめのスニーカーもうまいぞ。
Do the math. 25 streams. Somehow I doubt that. What's this weird rivalry?
待ってください。古着だって輪切りにしてあげれば美味しいはずです。
確かに。
I can't. There really are quite a lot of stores. But the thing I really want right now is...
いらっしゃい。何でもあるよ。寄って行って見て行ってね。
Who?
店長。
One stall stood out amongst the rest. A wide variety of merchandise prominently on display.
あ、ゆねちゃん。いらっしゃい。
こんにちはっす。
こんにちはです。
お、陽次くんもさくやちゃんも。おや？そちらの子は？
Know the date? I have a feeling Sakuya is going to be favorite by the end of the story, maybe Yune as well. Yeah, I'm not going to do the math on how long when I'm going to finish the game. But, you know, 50 hours, not for one route. Oh, my name is...
私のペットです。
Excuse me? What are you talking about?
へえ、大き きなペット。はあ、さくやちゃんももうそんな年か。
What does that have to do with with age? Forget it. Let me introduce myself.
ペットの調教ならこっちのグッズがおすすめだよ。装備していくかい？
Excuse me? I'm not wearing that spiky collar. What is this roleplay?
最近アレイヤに転入してきたシュウです。俺たちと同年代で。
転入生？珍しいこともあるものだね。
At any rate, that's me. I'm Shu. Damn it. I was hoping that Yuji would only be the one to introduce him so that I wouldn't have to come up with a joke. Because I can't come up with anything related with shoes. Sakuya's sudden introduction threw me off. Who is this guy?
店長。
Jack, huh? What kind of store is this anyway?
何よ。ふむ。さて、なんだろうな。
You know, you usually want to come up with something, at least. Look, alright. It's gonna take a while. Let's just say. Possibly on the level of Ars Magna, alright? Especially since wait, what? I mean, that's how long it's probably gonna take me to finish this game. I was spacing out. Okay. Also, what is this? Orb Farm. What the fuck? Hang on, what did you just show me? Welcome to Orb Farm. Well, Amazing Grace VN has to be shorter, right? Yeah. Right? It is medium length compared to long length or whatever. And now that I've alt-tabbed out of Amazing Grace too many times, I've lost my cursor. Fucking... Can I get it back? This is what I hate about Magpie. What is this fucking glitch? Back my fucking cursor. Yep. Okay. I've never had that glitch. Well, you've never had the alt tab out of a game, have you? I use Windows key, right. Well, fuck that, fuck this. Right, yeah, I can't even fix it. Okay, yep, and I start the Thank God I can go back. It doesn't. This is bullshit. Where the fuck is... Use the keybind again for Magpie? It doesn't help! You know the worst part is that I already fucking hid the window, so even if I close Magpie and reopen it. Yeah, if I can find it. Like, what the fuck is this? What the fuck? This is pissing me off. Okay. No, it doesn't have an update. I can only get my cursor on the fucking game window. Execute task kill. Right. Yep. Thank fuck, I got my fucking cursor back. It's not even, couldn't even use the command. Did it work? No, it didn't work. The command didn't fucking do jack shit because it doesn't recognize I am. Fucking, let's get back to the game. I can't deal with that shit again. I'm not gonna deal with that shit again. Use Windows key. Do you know the problem? What the problem is? It's auto restore. Because I don't want to do Windows Shift A every time I want to rescale the window. Auto restore. Yes, auto restore. And I tried to fucking demonstrate it, and it. Oh my fucking! I am pissed the fuck off. Fuck this glitch. Fuck Magpie. I posted the link in Discord. Right. Magpie has a chance to cause mouse cursor to go invisible. Well, it's a pretty high fucking chance if it happened twice in a row. Boot up the game, apply a filter with Magpie. In my case, I use 4K upscale. Alt tab in and out of the game until you notice your cursor no longer shows up in Windows Desktop. Task kill I am. Right. Well, now that I can see my cursor, now I can fucking use Task Manager. I mean, command prompt, admin, and it'll work. Alright, let's just get back into the fucking game. I glance around at the goods for sale. There's a variety of items intended for daily use, such as toothbrushes and pillows, but also a bunch of surreal masks stuffed in the back. There's a pile of children's toys right next to bushels of fresh fruit.
よろずや僕にもよくわからない。
I posted the link in the comment to Discord for the fix. Yes, I saw.
何でもあるような、何にもないような。
It seems like there's no rhyme or reason to a stock. Yeah, like there's no rhyme or reason to why Magpie disables your mouse cursor when you Alt-Tab.
店長はアレイヤの卒業生なの。だから大先輩だよ。
Ah, I see.
俺は先行的にも先輩だ。
アーティストになれなかったからね。
Does everyone move on to work immediately following graduation from the academy?
店長みたいに店を構える場合もあるし、そのまま制作を続けて個人のアトリエを持つ場合もある。
学校を出ても制作を続けていくにはパトロンを見つけなきゃいけないけどね。
Is that so? It's very difficult from the usual postgraduate trajectory I was taught growing up.
でもこうしてみんなアレイヤの学生たちが来てくれるから退屈しないで済むよ。おかげで僕まで学生気分が抜けないけど。
It sounds like the store is a student favorite. Its chill atmosphere, so different from the hustling art students, is somewhat calming.
アレイヤの生徒はしょっちゅうここで買い物してるよな。店長が話しやすいからなんだろうけど。
キリエはよく映画とか買ってくるし。
Of course she does.
自慢だけど生徒たちの顔と名前は全部覚えてるんだ。だから見かけない制服の子がいてびっくりしたんだけど。
But considering that the film industry isn't that big, is it? Since Kyrie is literally the only one like trying to make films, the question is where does Jack get these films, right? The movies, I guess. Is that part of the mystery, or are we just gonna accept that he has items potentially from the outside world in his store?
あ、もしかしてシュウ君が噂の外から来たって子？
That's me. My reputation precedes me, huh?
ここに来る何人かの子がそういう話をしてたから、生徒たちの話題は僕の耳にも入ってくるんだ。
He seems fairly well informed, although not directly involved with the school anymore. It's clear it holds a special place in his heart.
せっかくだし、もしよかったら何か買ってってよ。少しくらいお安くするよ。
Let's see. Oh, it might be a good idea to have a spare toothbrush.
そこら辺の日用品は一月に一遍支給されるぞ。
Oh, really? I guess I don't need an extra then.
これなんかどう？最近入荷したプレミアムデスサイズ。
What?
何これすごい。死神の鎌みたい。
Why does he need a Reaper's Scythe?
ここのボタンを押すと光って音が鳴る。
Yeah, well,
ちなみにいくら？
I think Yuji wants it.
5980ルイン。
That's almost all I got. I really don't need it. Some of the furniture over here looks pretty nice, like this bookshelf.
え、本当？それは嬉しいな。そこにある家具は僕の手作りなんだよ。
So he is an artist.
あれ、そうだったんですか？
He just, you know, he uses his artistic chops in craft instead of paint.
ヨウジ君には前も話したと思うんだけど。
Actually, what does Yuji major in again? I forgot.
はい。はいはい、思い出しました。
絶対に嘘だよね。
The owner's handmade furniture corner includes small chairs, a wardrobe, a clothes rack, and a couple other matching wooden pieces.
こういうのを手作りするのが好きなんだ。この屋台もそうだし。
すごい。店長、意外な特技かも。
ま、こんな感じで何でも置いてるから。品揃えはちょくちょく変わるから、いつでも来てよ。
I definitely will, Jack. Without knowing his real name, I decide to call him what everyone else does. If most of the St. Aria students shop here, then I guess I probably will too. We wandered around after leaving Jack's store. What's that shop?
ああ、あの店は。
The store in question sits alone on the corner of so shoddy it looks like it's about to go out of business. The inside is pitch black, masking the wares and giving it a decidedly suspicious aura.
まだ誰も入ったことがなくて、禁断のお店って呼ばれてるの。
It probably deals in black market goods.
一人のばあちゃんがやってる店なんだけどな。その雰囲気が怪しくて。
なんでもトカゲの蜂蜜漬けとか、人の爪でできたアクセサリーなんかがあるとか。
Excuse me? She's a witch. That's what witches do have. Sounds terrifying. I didn't realize this town had a shop like that.
噂じゃドラッグの製造元とも言われてるしな。
What kind of drugs?
ちょっと幼児、週に変なこと教えちゃダメだよ。
何も知らないよりかはいいだろ
う。Drugs? Based on the way they seem to almost spit the word out, it might be narcotics. The word seems so out of place in this peaceful town. As we stand there looking at the shop with a mix of disgust and intrigue.
おばちゃん、サンキューな。また小遣い貯まったら買いに来るぜ。
Of course Kyrie goes to this store. Why wouldn't she?
いつもありがとね。また来るんだよ。
Huh?
いやー、今日も大量。ここ来るとつい買いすぎちゃうな。さて今度はって、あれ？
Cutie has arrived. Okay. Who should skip out through the front door of this infamously shady store but Kyrie, beaming happily?
おい。
なんだよ、やぶから棒に。脅迫か？やらんぞ。
We're doing nothing of the sort. I swear to God, if she says she uses those items as props, I'm gonna... I wouldn't be surprised.
何がだ？
She answers matter-of-factly, seemingly unaware anything's wrong.
キリエ先輩、今からでも遅くないです。トカゲは返してきてください。あとスケベグッズ見せてください。
What? Sakuya?
実際何買ったんだよキリエ。
なんだよお前ら全員。私が何を買おうが勝手だろ。
She hugs her bag of goodies tightly to her chest, refusing to let anyone look inside.
怪しい。怪しいですね。
It's expected of Kyrie at this point.
怪しくねえよ。堂々と買ってんだろうが。
What is? What you bought, or the fact that you don't want to show anyone?
じゃあ何を買ったのか見せてくれても。
なんで私こんな詰められてんの？なんか悪いことした？
You didn't do anything wrong, per se. We just all want to know what's in the bag.
ちょっと見せて。嫌だ。泥棒する気だろ。
怪しいもんがないか検品するだけだって。
嫌だ。
Kyrie is clearly annoyed. Her reaction, while logical, reminds me of something Sister Lily said regarding human nature. How that which is forbidden becomes, by its very nature, all the more alluring.
いつの間にこいつ。
Sakuya waited for her chance and took it.
馬のマスク、ジットくんナイフ、スカラベの模型。変なものばかり。何に使うんですかこれ？いいだろ別に。私の勝手だ。
商品に統一性がなさすぎる。
Sakuya, who really wanted to find something pervy in there, seems to be out of luck.
なかった。ほら、もういいだろ。返せ。
Sakuya looks deeply disappointed as Kyrie continues trying to get the bag back.
シュー、そろそろリリー先生に呼ばれる時間だぜ。
Okay, Kyrie is just not gonna explain what was in why she has those items in the bag. I mean, I can tell, I could probably guess, you know, props to and all, but still. Yeah, we better get going. Why is she... Why is she gray? I feel bad leaving the visibly broken Kyrie behind, though. She's dead.
リリー先生にまた補習？
Less of a lesson and more like a Q&A session. Basic things I should know about the town.
街のこととか、卒業後の進路とか、週にはまだ知らない常識が多いからな。
なるほどね。でも、シュウも気になってること多そうだったし、いい機会なんじゃない？
I hope so. I'll ask Sister Lily about anything and everything I don't understand. Not wanting to cause any trouble, I kept most of my discomfort and awkwardness to myself since arriving in town. So I'm extra grateful Sister Lily set aside time for us to talk.
幼児先輩も行くんですか？
なんでなんだろうな。
At any rate, we really gotta go.
昨夜は？もう帰る？私もアトリエに道具を忘れてきたので、学校まで同行します。 なんだ。じゃあ私だけ先に帰ってようかな。キリエは？
She's dead. So she's still not talking. I'm really sorry. I'll see you later.
いってらっしゃい。
I head toward the school, leaving the two clearly uncomfortable girls behind. Three uncomfortable girls. I say goodbye to Sakuya before heading to the art gallery with Yuji, where we bump into someone unexpected.
来たか。
Gito,
俺たちが来ること知ってた感じ？
I knew you'd be here.
今日16時からリリー先生との面談があるんだろ
From the way he's talking, it sounds like he'll be escorting us to the meeting spot.
これも寮長としての務めなのでな。
休みなのに大変っすね。
Thank you for taking time for me.
にしても、なんでギャラリーで待ち合わせなんでしょうね。面談するなら教室とかでいいのに。
さあな。おそらくここでないと見せられないもの。週に見せておきたいものでもあるんじゃないか
A painting. Hopefully this one doesn't have titties that I have to censor. The three of us walk toward the very center of the gallery, where Sister Lily is waiting. Sister Lily is there when we arrive, sitting in a lounge chair. She immediately gets up, walking over to meet us.
揃ったようですね。なんだか大勢になってしまいましたが。
先生、なんで俺も呼ばれたんですか？
私相手には話しづらいこともあるかと思い、お二人をお呼びしました。今後、シュウさんのサポートも頼まれてほしくて。
なんだ、そういうことなら、もうシュウは俺たちの仲間っすから問題ないですよ。
それなら安心しました。では、まず先にお伺いしましょうか。シュウさん、何を知りたいですか？
She doesn't beat around the bush. The number of questions I have about life here could fill several books, but if I had to pick just one...
私相手でしたら、外にまつわることなど、多少この町で不謹慎とされることもお尋ねいただいて構いません。
So in other words, anything goes, huh? One thing's been bothering me ever since my conversation with Yuna the day I first woke up. What happened 101 years ago?
常識だよ。子供でも知ってるもん。そんな昔の国なんて101年前に全部なくなっちゃったってことくらい。
I'm pretty sure that's what she said that day. She said every country outside the Aurora, like France and the Netherlands, were wiped out. And the word she used was...
アポカリプスですね。
That is the word that she used. Maybe a bit less static next time, you know? What a video to media share. Alright, hang on. I got my cursor. So... Hang on. Damn, he was one off an SS. He almost got that SS though. That's that's better than divorce. What is this? Minecraft's most horrifying mod. I'll watch that later. You know, I said that about the DDLC one. I did not watch that later. Alright, anyway. Enough about your parents arguing. Let's get back to the game. If that was real, yeah, if only. That's it.
そうおっしゃると思いました。この場所を選んだのもそのためです。
Is there a painting for it? Actually, no. Paradise Lost is the painting for it. She suddenly turns away from us.
ついてきてください。聞くだけよりも一目見た方がわかりやすいでしょう。
The three of us exchange looks before following her. Still unsure what's going on. This is... Oh. I follow the corridor and turn the corner only to find an art piece so imposing it's impossible to ignore. I understand immediately that this is what she wanted to show me. Ah! The mural sketches the full length of the wall, stretches the full length of the wall. The gallery ceiling far taller than our classrooms. I'm not an art critic, but its dignified majesty is literally breathtaking. And yet, I feel like I've seen this before. I feel like there's some stuff here that I might need to censor. But, you know, I don't want to have to censor all those nipples. Yeah, oh God, I have to look through this. Hang on. Don't worry, alright? There's only like the left side that may be potentially needed to be censored. The rest of it should be fine, right? I guess.
最後の審判。今から500年ほど前に描かれたミケランジェロの代表作ですね。
Yeah, I know that Ninja Turtle. I mean, I have no idea what the message behind the paintings could be, or even what it's meant to depict. All I remember is the name of the mural, and that of the artist who painted it. It's fairly basic knowledge, similar to remembering the names of countries. What does it mean, though?
シュウさんはヨハネの黙示録をご存知ですか?
Yeah, I told you that it was the Rapture. I'm not. Well, you know, he hasn't read the Bible. The name alone sparks a youthful curiosity inside me, although I don't tell her that.
ヨハネの黙示録は新約聖書の最後を結ぶ世界の終わりを示した予言です。
I mean, it's really small, that's what she said, yeah. The end of the world?
要は終末論というものです。この最後の審判もそんな終末を書いた作品。この題材は他にもメムリンクのものが有名ですが。
This painting shows the end of humanity. Why was that the first thing I thought of after that comment? I don't know. I only gleaned the large crowd of people at first, But her words cast an eerily doom-laden shadow over everything.
そして101年前に起こったアポカリプスもまたそんな世界の終わりなのです。
And everyone believes this?
ええ、常識です。
Her words are crisp and clear. It's exactly how Yune described it to me, and neither Yuji nor Guido look like they're about to interject either. Ignoring the logical fallacy, it's clear something catastrophic occurred 101 years ago. In that case, why are we still here?
はい、いいご質問です。そしてその答えはとてもシンプルです。
The ice wall. Simple enough for anyone to understand. She spoke to me as if stating an obvious fact, like teaching rudimentary math to a young child.
アメイジング・グレイスが訪れた。
Oh my god, Grace is amazing. She didn't stop the apocalypse, but only like a part of humanity was saved. How amazing of Grace. Amazing. Since all the build-up made me expect a far simpler answer, I'm temporarily mystified by her choice of words. Noticing my confusion, Sister Lily continues to explain.
大いなる恵み。それは週末からこの町を救った奇跡です。
A miracle.
だからよ、つまり世界の終わりが来ても生き残ったのがこの町だってこと。
Yeah, but why specifically this town?
この町を救った奇跡。それをアメイジング・グレイスと言い並ばしているんだ。
I see. And that's why they made a song around Amazing Grace. Because Grace was so amazing, right? They saved...
今から101年前、1917年にアポカリプスと呼ばれる災厄によって世界は滅びました。
Ah, right, yeah, of course this takes place in 2018, right? Because that's when the game came out. World War One. Yeah, literally. The end of World War One was what caused the apocalypse, I guess.
ですが同時にアメイジング・グレイスと呼ばれる奇跡がこの町だけを滅亡から救ったのです。こう言えばわかりやすいでしょうか。
I thought she finished. That's not what I meant to do.
ですが同時にアメイジング・
アメイジング・グレイス
と呼ばれる奇跡がこの町だけを滅亡から救ったのです。こう言えばわかりやすいでしょうか。
But his phone is obviously future tech compared to World War One tech. Yes. Okay. Okay, now we know that this place was essentially set in 1917, I mean. Fucking... I already fumbled it. Whatever. I didn't mean to do that. Somewhat. Her explanation sounds like something from an action movie, but it also makes sense. Actually, it makes even less sense now that they don't have cars. Shut up, 1719. Because 1917 had cars, obviously. They also had, you know, planes, boats, stuff like that, right? Why are they in horse carriages? Tanks, crew. Did I read that off? Her explanation sounds like something from... Yeah, okay, I did. Well, everyone here seems to accept it easily enough. It's simply far too fantastical for me to swallow. I've never felt more like an outsider than in this moment. Faced with a worldview that I must have accepted based on belief alone. Okay, they also had phones too, right? Thanks for the hydrate. YouTube Studio always lagging. Well, you know, that's what happens when you have a 4K upscaler running at all times. So 101 years ago, the world as I know it, including the United States, Germany, and of course Japan, all of that was destroyed.
はい、この町だけが世界に残りました。
Because of the aurora?
ええ、その時にオーロラが町を守ったのです。
Because of how amazing Grace was. I remember being warned about the sanctity of the aurora before. This is unbreakable. That it's unbreakable. I suddenly understand why the townspeople view the outsiders as almost an entirely different world. Difficult. The people who live here honestly believe the outside world is simply gone. Meeting a person who's apparently come from a world that shouldn't exist is a lot to take in. So, going back to the end of the world, considering nuclear, but it would make more sense if it was World War II. Considering nuclear, well, no, right? Because they were not mass produced back then, like they were during the Cold War. So, you know, but if it was set during the Cold War and World War III happened, right, then it would make sense. But, you know, there are still some things that don't make sense, right? Like, they have a lot of technology that they should have if this took place in, well, if the apocalypse happened in 1917, right, and it happened and we're 101 years into the future, possibly they haven't evolved up, they haven't tried to, you know, create new things after the rapture, right? So they should have 1970 technology, aka phones, right? But they don't know what phones are. But they've got other things that are obviously 20th century stuff, right? Like lights, I guess. So going back to the end of the world, what exactly happened? Sister Lily closes her eyes in response to my question, as if meditating before speaking.
パンドラの箱が開けられたのですよ。
Yeah, he's from a different timeline. Oh, yeah, and then there's shit that's obviously future tech, like voice recognition and fingerprints. Right? It took ages before we got stuff like that, right? So, because of that, right, we got voice recognition and fingerprints right now, right? What does all this mean to you? Theories? I can't. There's not enough information. There's too much contradicting information, in fact, right? They've got shit like voice recognition and fingerprints, but they don't have phones. They have... This takes place in 2018, right? So voice recognition and fingerprints make sense, right? We had that stuff during that time, right? So clearly they evolved at a clearly they've developed technology at a similar rate as we did, right? 2010s is probably when it started, right? I guess. But it's the phone thing that's getting to me, right? Because look, right? I had I speculated that, you know, phones may not exist, right? Because this town is small enough where you don't really need a phone. But because the rapture started in 1917, you know, when phones existed, why don't they have any? You get what I mean? Right? Like, not even a rotary phone? Or like what? Okay, hang on. I need to look this up. Phones. When were phones invented? 1849. So, like I said, they should have phones, even ancient ones, right? Considering there's conflicting information, there has to be a lie somewhere, right? That seems obvious. Yes, you're right. There's something missing, and that's why I can't give you any theories, because, right? I don't know enough. Right? Phones were invented in the 1850s, right? But this town doesn't have phones. Maybe they just grew out of having to use them, right? Because the town's small enough where there isn't really much of a need for phones, right? Or something like that. It's still, at the same time, the town would still need phones, you know, even if you're in close proximity with each other, you know, you're still using you'd still use a phone to call someone, right? Or something like that. I don't know. Just list bullet points. What do you mean? Here's my list of bullet points after... Okay, stop. First of all, there's no static in 2018 of what you think the lie is. Well, that's the problem. I don't know what the lie is because I don't have enough information. Let's just keep going, shall we? Pandora's box. A famous enough metaphor that even I know it. Plus, Sister Lily spoke of it during one of her morning assemblies. A forbidden box that, once opened, led directly to humanity's downfall.
1917年に何が起こったか。それは現代を生きる我々には預かり知らぬことです。ですが、この町にはただそう伝えられています。
I know what the lie is, but I'm not telling. Okay, fuck you.
その結果、ヨハネの黙示録が語るような神の怒りと天の災害がもたらされたと言われています。天使のラッパとともに7つの封印が解かれ、馬は災厄をもたらし、大地が揺れ、星が落ち、人々は死に絶えたと。
That's quite a story. In other words, the recorded details of what exactly occurred seem to be lost to the sands of time. It sounds pretty suspicious, although if all life on Earth really had been extinguished, it would make sense. No one would be left to note the events. Yeah, I can't say anything else without spoiling. Only that the information only that with the information you have is false. Some. Okay. So you're saying that something that like that occurred, but this piece of art was left untouched.
そうです。ノアが箱舟にあらゆる種の動物を入れたように、大いなる恵みは人類の財産、アートを救いました。
Right, yes, of course. Because humanity's greatest asset is not the people, it's the art. What? that also doesn't look. The art also doesn't make any sense, right? How does this town have every piece of art that would have been displayed in all sorts of museums all across the world, right? Like Jesus, yeah, I guess. Propaganda. Propaganda for who? The 10%, the 1% of humanity that survived the apocalypse. The apocalypse occurred 101 years ago, and yet somehow only this town was spared, along with every single work of art created throughout history. So then, this gallery.
はい。アポカリプスを逃れ、過去と現在とをつなぐかけがえのない至宝を展示する場所なのです。
Right. You know, the gallery is like Noah's Ark, right? That's literally what she said. You know what? Never mind. You could probably figure it out now. I gave too much away based on that word. You know what? No, I have too much. I have to fucking. There's too much information. All right. That's why no one knows about phones or digital cameras, but are well versed in Monet and Van Gogh. Their knowledge of the outside world is limited entirely to art created up until about 101 years ago. This gallery is like a museum acting as a meeting point between a long-lost past and the present.
とはいえ、オリジナルの最後の審判は礼拝堂に書かれた壁画でしたので、ここに残っているのはレプリカということになりますが。
Of course.
理解してもらえたみたいっすね。
ならいいのですが。
I understand, but still. It all sounds too far-fetched for me to take seriously. I feel as if I've been swept up into an alternate universe, which is honestly kind of what happened. It's easy for me to tell them I simply don't believe it, but without my memories, I don't really have a leg to stand on. Declaring my discomfort with their existence will only further label me a heretic. I can't very well speak about the differences between our worlds if I can't remember anything about the one I alone came from. Thank you, Sister Lily, for answering my questions.
いえ、シュウさんももやもやしたままで生活し続けるのは大変でしょうから。
Painted on a wall in Japan. Yeah. Like, excuse me? It's by Michelangelo. Look, all I'm going to say is I don't think Michelangelo knew what Japan was when he painted that.
でも先生、シュウがその外から入ってきたってことは。
そうですね。我々の認識にもどこか間違いがあるのかもしれません。
Yeah, there's a mistake somewhere in my understanding of this world too. I dropped my phone. You can see my point was false information, right? Yes, I know.
シュウ、外ってのはシュウ以外にも生きてる人間がいんのか？
There are things that are obviously modern day technology, right? But there are other things that they don't have that would be modern day, like phones, or the internet, or these nuts. What? There has to be. Since I still don't remember anything, I can't say for sure, but considering one of the main purposes of my phone is to connect people.
他にも人がいた可能性は高いということか。もしかすると絵の中に描かれているような光景があったのかもな。
Perhaps. If the outside world is defined as everything beyond the aurora, then every piece of art was created outside. It makes sense that they believe the outside looks exactly like it's depicted in the art that surrounds them.
よろしければ気が済むまで鑑賞なさってください。何かシュウさんの過去に紐づくヒントがあるかもしれません。
I mean, the lie is the apocalypse, isn't it? Right? These people have been raised up to believe that what they see in the paintings is real, aka that. Good job. Okay, shut up. So they were raised to believe that the paintings are what happened during history, aka that the rapture happened, right? But it's all just interpretations of Bible verses and stuff like that. That took a while. Look, okay, there's just a lot of information that I have to take in, and I was just sorting through it, and that's the conclusion I got to, okay? Fuck you. I'll do that.
俺も久しぶりにゆっくり作品でも見ていくかな。
Look, all I'm gonna say is, Copium, shut up. Look, all I'm gonna say is, I don't think Shu is 100 years old. Okay? He has a modern day iPhone. Great job. Shut up. He has a modern day iPhone. He's the same age as Yune. It shouldn't be my job to tell them that the apocalypse never happened. They should be smart enough to realize that something's up, and their interpretation of what happened outside the aurora may not be correct, okay? Which is why is Yuma, being an outsider, not put into more question? You get what I mean? Like, why is it this acceptable for him to be able to be like, I'm an outsider, and then he's not, like, killed or whatever? Like, he's not labeled as a heretic? Because to them, right, the outside world has been destroyed and shit like that, right? But then they should be wondering, hang on a minute, how did he survive outside for however long? Also, there is a reason behind his memory loss. Of course there is. Because if there was, because if he had his memories, he'd be able to tell everyone that the aurora, that there's more to the world outside the aurora that isn't just a destroyed Earth. Right?
付き合おう。シュウ、わからない点があれば何でも聞いてくれ。
You know, it's probably why he doesn't have his backpack. It's probably why he doesn't have a lot of things. It's probably why his phone is dead. Right? Why he's well, actually, to be fair, why does he have his phone? Right? Because here's the thing, his memory loss has to be linked to the aurora in some way, as is, you know, other things, right? Thanks. The three of us, with Sister Lily in tow, wander through the gallery, browsing the various works of art. With the collection being so unbelievably vast, I'm not able to see everything, but I see quite a lot.
もう日も暮れますし、寮に戻りましょう。明日はアドベントですしね。
Okay, here's the thing, right? Essentially, what's happening is that Shu is being gaslit. Advent? Well, yeah. Shu is being gaslit into thinking that the outside world was destroyed before he gets his memories back of the world outside not being destroyed. But so and so, yeah, I don't know.
そういえば、もうそんな時期ですか。
Why does the second coming of Christ sound so ominous? I mean, the rapture, obviously. It's because of the book of Revelations. That's why. The rapture? What they just talked about, the apocalypse, right? That's what the rapture is. The world ending because so and so. I don't know the why, because a sin, stuff like that. A feeling of intense pleasure or joy. What do you definition of rapture? Sure. You know what? Maybe I should stop using the word then. Advent children? Final Fantasy VII?
明日からクリスマスイブまで主の降誕を待つ期間だ。朝には特別な礼拝がある。
On Google, yes, I know. You've ever had one of the... Actually, I've always seen, right, the Advent calendar things, right, where you have like the days of December leading up to Christmas, right, and they always have like a piece of chocolate in each of the days, right? Does anyone even follow the days on the Advent calendar, right? Because I always think, just if you're gonna buy this calendar, right, you're not gonna keep up with the days. You're gonna eat all of the chocolates out of account of the days until Christmas. Well, you know, I never cared that much about Christmas. The only thing I cared about was the presents. But you know, that's all. That's all there was for Christmas. I value alone time nowadays, of course. I see.
さっさと帰って風呂に入ろうぜ、男同士。
Let's go. I'm excited to celebrate Advent for the first time, both here and in general. The three of us rinse off the sweat from a long day. We head to the cafeteria to find our small group of friends waiting for us.
お、シュウたちだ。どうだった？
Thank God Kyrie is alive again. I understand everyone here a lot better. I'm shocked I work in customer service. True. I tell everyone about the conversation in the gallery.
そっか。私たちが当たり前のように捉えていることでも、シュウ君にとってはそうじゃないんだね。
今日の週見てると、本当に外のやつなんだなって思いましたね。なんか。
Usually feels less guarded, as if a wall that existed between us is now gone. Although I find it almost peculiar how much our values seem to differ. What the hell? Kyrie, why are you waking him up again? I'm lounging in my room following dinner when I hear something smash against my window. My first thought is that it must be a snowstorm, but I can't muster the energy to get out of bed and check. Part of me quickly realizes that that's definitely not the case, and I quickly grow annoyed at the interruption. Afraid the barrage of banging will break the glass, I reluctantly get up and open the window. You know, maybe Kyrie should just have a key to get in. What?
入るぞ。
She enters the room through the window, murderous rage blazing in her eyes. What's wrong?
どうしたもこうしたもねえよ。ああ、わかんだろ。
She's seething with anger, like an inferno of glorious flames of azure fury.
復讐だ。
Look, just because they looked through your bag, okay? She's definitely not over it.
あのクソども反省するどころかさらにいじってきやがって許さんもう許さん堪忍袋の方が切れたね、私は。
She talked a bit too fast. Don't hold back.
全員潰す。
This is some deep-rooted rage, and I want to distance myself as quickly as possible. Why did you come here of all places?
教えろ。
Teach you what exactly?
復讐の方法だよ。外のえげつないやつを教えろ。
First of all, he doesn't remember anything that happens down the outside. If he did, your worldview would be destroyed. Second, why? Do you want to torture people because they looked in your bag? I'm not sure I can think of anything. I'm not sure you should think of anything. Why is she so hot when she's pissed off? Okay. That's what makes her hot though. Okay. But what if Kyrie was torturing another lolly? What then? It depends on who. Uta. Well, different universes. Well, there's one lolly in this game. So, you know, if it was Nezuko, fine. Okay, well, let's stop then.
今回私はくしくも弱みを握られちまった。本来なら消してやりたいけど無理だからせめてこっちも弱みを握りたい。
So you're telling me they weren't for props?
そしてその瞬間を取り収めたい。
Seeing the handy cam in her possession, I quickly get the gist of her plan. So what you want what you want? So what? You want some kind of candid camera thing?
ドッキリカメラ？
She doesn't know what candid means. Actually, you guys don't have televisions here, huh? Here, huh? Wait, televisions here, huh? Not that I know exactly what that is myself. Okay, bro, do you have amnesia or do you not have amnesia? How do you know what a television is if you've never seen one or remember if it exists?
それは復讐なのか？詳しく聞かせろ。
That is a good question, though. How is she able to watch these movies that she keeps buying? Ow, stop it. Quit kicking me. Realizing this is probably right up her alley, I begin talking, hoping it might calm her down. So, a candid camera moment is when you find a target and prank them in some way. I give her a light-hearted explanation of how to punk people. But how does he know how to punk people? That's the main gist of it. Kirie's eyes light up as if struck by something. I'm suddenly struck with the feeling that I've created a monster. You have indeed. This is all your fault, Shu. Hold on, Kirie. It's all carefully scripted. It makes use of paid professionals so no one actually gets hurt. What was the name of that show again? You talking about Punked? Oh. She's not listening to me at all. Uh-oh. All of these items seem pretty shady. Why? Now I'm an accomplice.
よしシュウ、これは金曜に決行だ。朝6時公園に集合な。
That is very early. I'd much prefer sleeping until at least breakfast.
こいつ、久しぶりにワークがムネムネだぜ。
Kicking makes it hotter. Okay. I have to stop this somehow. I only have 5 days to come up with something. Twelve 2 2nd of December. The last notes from the organ linger in the air of the chapel room like frost on a misty morning. But it's not Christmas yet. Why are they playing this song? Can you believe it, guys? Christmas, just a week away. That's crazy. The chapel is crammed full of students despite it being a day off today. The reason being, today is a very special day.
本日は太閤節第一手術アドベントの始まりです。
It sounds nice though, the BGM. Yeah, but I can hear the lyrics in my head. And I wish I didn't. Advent, in other words, the period leading up to Christmas, where believers prepare for the birth of Christ. This year, Advent begins December 2nd and lasts until December 24th. It seems like a fairly important time in the Christian faith, although it also sounds like the only actual days of celebration is Christmas. Actual day of celebration is Christmas. They listen with an air of familiarity, as if they've heard these same words many times before.
アドベントというのは本来、到来、何かがやってくることを示す言葉です。
So, shut up, Dexter. I was gonna make the joke. So instead of saying I'm coming, you can just say I'm Advent. Never mind.
来たる12月25日に主はこの世に降りられました。その来訪を思うとともに主の復活を願うものです。
Kirie is skipping assembly today too.
去年まではちゃんと出てたんだけど。
It seems like this year marks the first time she's skipping the Advent service. Wherever she might be, loitering around right now, it's clear how faithful she is. Granted, she doesn't seem like the religious type to begin with, which is surprising considering how deeply ingrained Christianity seems to be here. One might tread lightly when dealing with religion, but a part of me wonders what led to Christianity becoming such an integral part of the town. Because they based their teachings off of Renaissance paintings. What do you expect? Renaissance paintings often based off of Greek and Christianity, Greek mythology and Christianity. So I don't know what you expected. Stop, Dexter. Someone built this town from the ground up, and it's been this way for the past 101 years. Ways of this town are still a mystery to me. Since Sister Lily forbade me from talking about this kind of stuff openly, I'll have to be a little sneaky to find the answer I seek.
ルカによる福音書第21章25節
Sister Lily jump scare.
やがて太陽と月と星に予兆が現れ、地上では海がどよめき荒れ狂い、諸国の民は不安に怯える。人々は自らの住むところが襲われようとしていることに気づき、恐ろしさのあまり気を失うだろう。天地が揺り動かされるからである。
The passage in the Bible that coincides with Advent prophesizes the coming of natural disaster.
その時、人の子が大いなる力を帯びて輝かしき雲に乗って現れるのを人々は見るはずだ。これらのことが起こりし際は、身を起こし頭をもたげなさい。あなた方の救済が近づいているのだから。以上。さて、この町にもいずれ変革の時が訪れるのかもしれません。
I felt as if Sister Lily's gaze settled on me for a brief moment.
しかしその変革は決して悪いものとは限りません。私たちにできるのはその救済を待つことのみですから。
Reformation? I wonder if it's a vague reference to my own arrival. It can't be.
もうすぐで文化祭です。皆さん、このアドベントを心残りのないよう過ごしてくださいね。
Yep.
今日からアドベントか。なんかワクワクするよね。イベント盛りだくさんだし。
And now they're playing the title theme.
街の雰囲気もクリスマスムードになりますからね。私ももう大人だけど、ユネの気持ちはわかるな。
The townspeople do seem more restless than usual. Perhaps it's my imagination.
いやー、肌寒いけど心はポカポカってやつだな。
All the girls are here again. Where have you been this whole time? The conspicuously missing Kyrie suddenly pops up as we head back from the chapel.
キリエ先輩、アドベント礼拝くらい出ないと。そうそう、もうリリー先生だって何も言わなかったけど。だって今日は安息日だもんよ。神様だって日曜日は休むもんだ。
Right, yeah. You did take the day off, you skipped. Suddenly I remember our conversation yesterday about prank shows. She seems like a normal self, putting me on edge. Yeah, maybe you should rethink. Maybe you should think about what she may have done while you were in the chapel. Psst, Kyrie, about yesterday.
忘れてるわけねえだろ。油断させるために自然体を装ってんだよ。
She is dedicated, and that's why she's best girl. She's still just as angry as ever. What goes around comes around.
商店街もクリスマス一色。
She is still best girl for you, yes.
なんだか年々豪華になっている気がするね。
That's why I'm gonna save her for last. I have no idea what happened last year, but she's right. Everything feels very much like Christmas. With a sense of festivity lingering in the air, it's impossible not to get excited myself.
はあ、しかしもう12月か。早いとこ主演見つけねえと。
I'm actually kind of surprised you didn't change it yet. Well, here's the thing. I don't trust Sister Lily, alright? She knows more than she lets on. And she may or may not know that she's actually just lying when she says that there's an apocalypse, alright? What to do? I don't mind helping out, but I'm not sure how to bring it up after refusing so many times before.
キリエ先輩、火薬を減らせばシオ先輩も手伝ってくれますよ。
主演がいなくてトルマも取れねえからひたすらブルーカを作ってんだ。そこだけは譲れねえ。
I don't know how to pronounce that word. Brooker? I don't know.
爆弾の名前だね。
I can't believe you made something like that. You're gonna get yourself killed.
大丈夫大丈夫。的は石鹸だから。
What? Soap?
ブルーカという名前の石鹸を元に作る爆弾だから、キリエはそう呼んでいるんだ。
Booker, but Brooker. Okay. Thought you liked evil women if evil fight hard. Well, yeah, but I don't know if she's actually evil or if she's just lying. And, you know, I'm like Mio. You can make bombs out of soap? Thinking back, I vaguely remember catching a faint whiff of soap in the air after getting blown up. I guess that explains why. If deceptive, why hot? Okay. You know what? True.
古来より演劇部に伝わる秘伝の手法でな。ブルーカ石鹸を大量に使えばそれだけ威力のある爆弾が作れる。
I thought you'd be happy that that best girl was Kyrie, but you're trying to convince me otherwise. You're really not helping your case here.
大丈夫大丈夫。ちゃんと花火とか他の材料も使ってるから。
In other words, danger lurks around every corner.
そう言わんでくれよ。見せ場もいっぱい作るからさ。
I'm not complaining or anything, I'm just shocked.
私はいつでも出演できるよう準備しているんだけど。
I'm sure the film will still be fine with just Kotoha.
ダメだそんなの。いい女優にはいい監督が必要だからな。
Is she saying she's not a great director? I'm confused.
ことねえの頑張りを無駄にはできねえ。そう思うだろ。
Of course I do. What about my own safety?
昨夜に防火服を作ってもらうとか。すでにキリエ先輩からは発注を受けまくっているので厳しいです。
こりゃ参った
てへでなんだよ。it was right there. I couldn't not. By the way, Kyrie, are the explosives you're using this time the same as last time?
あれよりかな、ほんの少しだけ強め。
Don't think I didn't hear that.
去年のラストシーンもそれはひどかったもんね。
ひどくねえよ。芸術は爆発だって言うだろうが。
I feel like she's the only person in the entire world to take that saying at face value. You're not afraid of getting caught red-handed with a bunch of pyrotechnics?
捕まるっておまわりさんにか？
But exactly. I've seen them around the main street, decked out in military-esque uniforms, which is kind of cool, kind of ominous, more like.
平気だろう。まあ先生に叱られるくらいはあるかもしれんけど。
Like, why are they in military attire? Everyone's so laid back.
あんまりやりすぎると懺悔室に連れて行かれちゃうから節度は守るんだよ、キリエ。
あいあ
The confessional? You mean the tiny room where folks confess their sins? Those who confide in a priest about their issues.
ちょっと違うかな。単純に素行の悪い生徒が連れて行かれてお説教をされるところ。
お叱り部屋だよ、お叱り部屋。私はまだ2回しか入ったことがね。
普通は一遍もありませんよ。キリエ、シュウ君に去年の映画を見せてあげるのはどうかな。もしかしたらやる気になってくれるかも。
If it was just acting, I'd be fine with it, you know? What concerns me is more explosive climax. Is her explosive climax. Well, you know, I'm looking forward to it. What? I never mind.
名案だ。早速シュウの部屋で上映会な。
ご飯食べてからですよ。
What would happen? Wait, what? So what would happen if you went to a confessional and confessed a crime? What would happen? Don't they ensure confidentiality? Yes. They do. It's a case-by-case basis, alright? Is it at least entertaining?
割と。
You know, like, if you say you murdered someone, right, that might cause some issues, right? But if you said you, like, touched a kid inappropriately, the priest would probably be like, yeah, I've done that as well. I mean... Never mind. That doesn't bode well. Don't worry about it. Who said that? Oh, but don't you know that... Audio? Yes, I know. Don't you know that... Don't you know that people in high ranks in Christian communities have a tendency to inappropriately touch kids? Or at least that is the stereotype. Because... yes. There's been a lot of priests who have been convicted for a similar crime. I've never heard of that. Okay, well, that's because you live under a rock. And I live under, oh, never mind. Let's just, I was about to say I live under a rock. Yeah, I know. Anyway. That doesn't bode well.
私のシーンも見られるの？
当たり前だろ。学んで次に生かすんだよ。
見られたくない。
Not only was Yurei in the film, but she's clearly embarrassed about it, only feeding my curiosity. Of course it is. Sometime later.
セッティングは確かこの赤いケーブルがこうで、緑のケーブルがこうで。
So they do have TV.
違うよキリエ。その黄色いケーブルは映写機につなぐんだ。
Oh, they have a projector.
あ、こっちか。相変わらずまどろっこしいな。
Kyrie already hung a large screen in my room and is now busy setting up the projector. Why my room?
物が少ないからみんな入れる。
Even though Kyrie already has a movie screen and projector set up in her room, Kyrie's camera seems pretty old-fashioned. You know what I don't understand? You know what I don't get? How does Kyrie edit her films? Right? Setting. I don't know. I mean, I've heard about famous people doing it, but almost never proven. By hand. Yep. It doesn't look like something you'd use to shoot a movie, but knowing the lack of phones around here, I assume that's what it's for. Guido makes a guest appearance too.
まあ、キリエは手当たり次第にキャスティングするからな。
Well, yeah, what do you expect from someone who doesn't write a script? I can imagine.
よし、準備は OK だ。お前ら用意はいいか？
は
What are you eating?
何食ってんだ？
That's what I said!
ポップコーンです。なんでポップコーン？
They know what popcorn is?
映画を見るときの定番だそうです。シュウ先輩曰く。
They have popcorn? It just popped into my head. I get it. Pop. Corn? Never mind. When I heard the word movie, although I don't remember why. Why movies are linked to popcorn in my mind is a mystery to me. But I'm sure of it. And there just happened to be a popcorn stand in town. For what purpose?
幼児はどうした？あいつも栄えある演者の一人だろ？
古傷がうずくから見たくないだそうです。
Sounds pretty traumatic.
シュウ君はキリエの映画を見るのも初めてだよね。
Yep. And to think it's against my will. What's it called again?
爆弾姫のブリザード、冬の陣。
What? But it's set in summer. But it's set in summer?
それよりこの映画には週の先代も出てるからな。しっかり勉強しろよ。
My predecessor?
主役としての先代だね。
She killed her previous lead. Speaking of which, who'd you end up roping into that? Yuji? Gido?
そんなことは見りゃわかる。じゃあ行くぜ。
Kyrie pushes the green button on the projector with a loud ka-chunk.
始まるよ。
Whoa! Flashbang. The film flickers into view on the big screen. Without a film leader, it abruptly cuts to the first scene.
昔々あるところ、森にはお姫様が住んでいました。
With explosions, yep. Hey, wait. That Yune's voice?
ナレーションなの。
She's got the perfect voice for that. But who plays the princess?
私の名前はプリンセスコトハ。
She's just using her actual name. Kotoha, of course.
プリンセスコトハはこの閉ざされた森に一人で暮らすかわいそうなお姫様。ああ、運命の王子様はまだ現れないのでしょうか。
She's talking while staring fixedly at the camera.
うるせえな。いいから黙って見るんだよ。
Yeah, but you're not meant to stare at the camera. Kotoha's playing the imprisoned princess, her face a mask of sorrow alone in the forest. Suddenly,
お嬢さん、こんなところに一人でいちゃ危ないぜ。
I feel bad for what's gonna happen to Yuji in 2 seconds. It's Yuji, or at least someone bearing a strong resemblance to him.
あなたは。
さあ、こちらへ。麗しの姫君。
He takes her hand in his, and then... What did I tell you? Bro got blown up.
またやってしまった。
Oh, hello, Meow. Kato popping by with good wishes. Gonna slowly wake up. Alright.
なんということでしょう。プリンセスコトハは触れたものすべてを爆発させる呪いにかかっていたのです。
Then why did she try to touch Yuji? This is ridiculous.
そういう設定だから。哀れそれを知らずに近寄った運勢最悪。おまけに足の臭い幼児は死んでしまいました。
Stinky foot Yuji. No one can possibly save her.
悲しい物語なんだ。
Feeling as if the script contains a glaring plot hole, the movie continues.
この呪いがある限り、誰も私に触れることさえできない。
The expression on Princess Kotoha's face is truly heartbreaking as she gazes at her hands. Her eyes glisten with tears, even while the actress herself sits next to me. Nah, man, you cannot.
助けてください。私を助けてくれるのなら、この際、あくまでも。くっくっく。そいつは本当か。
Excuse me? What the?
悪魔、ユネの登場だ。
あなたは。私は悪魔だ。そなたの声を聞いて、現れたのである。
I thought Yune was the narrator.
メンツが足りねえから一人二役なんだ。
Yeah, because you fucking blew him up.
プリンセスコトハよ、汝に我がウルトラ悪魔パワーを授けようではないか。
Her delivery is awful. Where's the flowery lilt from earlier?
悪魔感ゼロですね。 出しながら演技なんてできないんだってば。
I mean, she wasn't wrong. The voice acting is bad, but it's so good. Apparently, she could read lines off camera, but can't act. Difference between Kotaha's impassioned performance and Yune's is pretty drastic.
ウルトラ悪魔パワー、それは一体。クックウルトラ悪魔パワーとはなんだっけ。説明くらい覚えてろこの大根。だって長いんだもん。あ、思い出した。悪魔パワーがあるとみんなすっごいハッピーになれるんだよ。痛みも感じなくなるし、バナナも食べ放題。
What? A buffet of bananas. It sounds like you've slipped out of character.
というかなぜバナナ。
That's what I'm saying.
うるさい。もう私にダメ出しするの禁止。みんなすっごいハッピー。なんて魅力的なんでしょう。
Why? It's been 11 fucking minutes, alright? I hate OBS. Anyway, what'd you say again? I couldn't hear you.
みんなすっごいハッピー。なんて魅力的なんでしょう。
Sugoi happy.
そのためには私と血を交わし契約を結ぶのである。はい。
Princess Kota holds her wrist out, making a literal deal with the devil when suddenly...
待て。
何やつ。
騙されてはいけません、お嬢様。
Oh
こ
shit!
のものは悪魔、人をたぶらかす存在です。
Who are you? I do a double take.
お気をつけて。悪魔と契約したが最後、寿命を持っていかれます。
I don't think I know her. No, I haven't seen her around town, at least. After double checking with myself, I ask again. Who is she?
リンカだ。この映画における主人公で。
Okay, look. So Yuji was not the lead, but Rinka is, and now she's gone. So then they had to find a replacement.
要するにシュウ、お前の先代を務めてくれた先輩だよ。
This girl, Rinka, star of Kyrie's film a year ago, whose role I now have to fill, seeing as she is no longer around for whatever reason.
汚らわしい手を離せ、悪魔。その人はお前が触れていい存在ではない。
何を生意気な。こんちくしょう、バッキャロめ、てやんで。
Nincompoop. Yep. What kind of devil is she playing here?
ユネには大体アドリブとしか伝えてない。
Why? Well, I'm surprised that she had lines to begin with, alright? The real devil is the director.
下がっていてください、姫。私めがこの悪魔を成敗してみせます。
Swoon. The girl they picked for the lead role is surprisingly good at playing a male character. Given her obvious knack for theatrics, it's no wonder Princess Kotaha is so head over heels in love. Wait, does that mean... You think I'm as dashing as she is?
いや全然
Shut down. Don't think I won't slap you. For a moment, I thought she chose me as the replacement because we looked so similar.
もう許さんぞ。いでよ、使い魔。
Yune waves a cheap plastic wand and suddenly 3 creatures appear in the cloud of smoke. Why is Yuji back? They ran out of sprites.
呼んだか。
あまり暇ではないのですがね。
Even Sister Lily made a cameo.
俺様のナイフが血に飢えてるぜ。
That was a good laugh. Out of the 3, one is clearly a bit part as a bit part player. Yuji got double cast as well, I guess.
デビルズトリオ、やっておしまい。
こいつは俺様の獲物だ。
Oh my god. Yuji throws himself at Rinka, putting his all into his performance regardless of his third-rate role.
消えろ、ソードバスタ
Yuji has died for a second time.
なんということでしょう。哀れ農民幼児は水虫を伝説の剣で貫かれ死んでしまいました。
Explain how that one works. I feel like there's some bad blood between you.
たまたまそういう役だったんだ。
He fits both roles as the pathetic loser. I don't know anything about peasants or families, but I can't help feeling bad for him.
強い。さすがは演説のペテン師。伝説の剣士。
A secondary horseman. Nice.
伝説の剣士。
Was that really the best take they had? Listen, alright, I don't think they can do more than one take.
邪悪な力など私には効かないね。
うん。それならスカイマン1号 &2 号目にもの見せておやり。
Families? Familiars. Wait. Oh, familiars. Yeah. Don't worry about it.
やれやれ。
仕方ありませんね。
The 2 familiars, who both seem far more powerful than their master, attack the legendary swordsman. You mean secondary oarsman. I can't believe you even have Sister Lily acting in this thing.
人手不足でな。
She probably forced them to help out.
甘いソードバスター。
甘いのはどちらかな。
何？背後を取りました。とどめです。間に合え、ソードバスター。
Is that the only trick he knows?
一つの技を磨き上げた剣士なんだ。多分。
Nice. Abun. At any rate, it seems our hero is in quite the pickle.
鳩の羽で足の裏コショコショ攻撃だ。
Excuse me?
耳元で皿をフォークでかきむしる攻撃よ。
What are these attack names, bro?
なんて卑劣な。
ほうほほほ、実に愉快だわさ。
Look, Yune, it you were very obviously the worst out of all of them. Look. It's probably a good thing that she is an actress.
伝説の剣士リンカに訪れた絶体絶命のピンチ。その時プリンセスコトハはキャー勇者様。薄汚い声だね。泣いてもわめいても助けなんか来やしないよ。
なんでババアの演技だけうまいんだ。
うるさいうるさい、知らないもん。
I'm pretty sure the devil didn't originally look like an old hag. Considering how ad-libbed the whole thing is, she ad-libbed the whole thing. I'll just go with it.
勇者様を離してください。
She's a good narrator though. Yeah.
なんということでしょう。プリンセスコトハが使い魔に触れると途端に大爆発を起こして死んでしまいました。
This is some curse.
そういう設定だから。恐ろしい。あんたは悪魔の子だよ。
Wouldn't that make her your child then? It's what everyone in the audience is currently thinking.
これは呪い。
姫、無茶をしてはダメだ。
うぎゃーやられた。
Good job, Yune. She blew the devil up.
幼児復活。うおー、姫様は俺のもんだ。
Yuji has died Yuji has died 3 times in a row. Just as she apologizes, Yuji is engulfed in a massive explosion.
姫、
私またやってしまいました。
いや、気にすることはない。助かったよ。姫は命の恩人だ。
勇者様。
その礼と言ってはなんだが、この命尽きるまで姫に仕えさせていただきたい。
いいですわ。こうして姫と勇者は永遠に結ばれるのでした。
The end. But they didn't solve. They didn't cure her curse.
いやー、爆発たっぷり。いい映画だったな。
Wasn't the power imbalance too extreme?
プリンセスコトハは呪いを受け入れてくれる勇者と幸せに過ごしたのさ。
That's not what you should be focusing on.
俺の出番少ないな。もっと出してくれても。
おめえはすぐ脱ぎたがるからダメなんだよ。
Excuse me?
幼児先輩が見たくなかった理由わかりました。
Yeah, he was the butt of the joke most of the time.
もう絶対二度と映画なんか出ないもん。
Your narration was really good though. Although her on-screen performance had been amusing in its own way. Why was everyone wearing their school uniforms though?
そりゃ去年は衣装係がいなかったし。
Because Sakuya wasn't here?
私がまだチベッタにいた頃ですね。
That actually is why. Oh. Considering Sakuya is a first year student, she hadn't been accepted here yet.
今年は時間の許す限り衣装を提供してあげます。
さくや様々だぜ。
変。
That's right. They made this movie a year ago. It's kind of strange to think how a year ago I wasn't here yet. Hyune and Kyrie looked considerably younger too. They looked exactly the same. I was wondering why Sakuya wasn't included, though, even though you were short actors. Now I get it. Haha.
代わりにリンカさんがいてくれたんだけどね。
Oh, right. Speaking of which, did she already graduate? That's the most logical explanation I can think of for her current absence.
卒業なのかな。
What do you mean by that?
違うな。リンカは俺や琴葉と同輩だ。
I mean, I figured she would either be second or third year. From in there, at that time. So she dropped out of school out of disgust after filming Kirie's movie. Ah! 15 minutes this time. Fuck this. Bullshit. What do you say again? You know how it is with my hearing's a bit, you know.
ちげえよ。
I expected Kirie's reaction to be a bit more jovial and good-spirited, but she seems oddly subdued, perhaps even a bit sad. Maybe I shouldn't just leave it alone. I mean, maybe you should just leave it alone. All talk about her up until now had been fairly positive. Maybe they parted ways after a fight.
ああ、リンカパイセンがまだいてくれりゃ、週なんかに主演を任せずに済んだのに。
I never agreed to anything yet.
そういうものではないよ、キリエ。シュウ君にはシュウ君の味があるんだから。
Thank you for backing me up, but I still haven't said I'll do it yet.
ま、シュウも偉大なリンカパイセンを見て演技を学んどけ。
No one's listening to me.
でも、リンカの不良っぽいところは見習っちゃダメだよ。
I can tell by the way Kyrie talks that she looks up to Rinka quite a lot. He's the same age as Kotaha and Giro, but is no longer around. I'm dying to know why, but it's currently a difficult topic. By the way, how's Kyrie's acting ability? I noticed she didn't play a part in the film.
そりゃ私は監督なんだから出演する必要ねえっての。
Yes, there is. If you don't have enough actors, then you need to use yourself. You love hamming it up, huh?
やれやれ。
With my over-the-top expression of annoyance, she face palms dramatically, shaking her head.
いいか、シュウ。
For what? Kyrie's attitude instantly shifts, her piercing gaze deadly serious. This blazing aura feels familiar.
私は監督だ。撮影を統括して映画という一本の作品を作り上げるのが使命だ。
That sounds about right.
確かにユネは大根だし、セリフもたどたどしいし、演者としちゃ終わってる。だけどよ、だからって私が出ていいのか？
No.
なんで私だけ引き合いに出すの？
私の仕事は作品を完璧に仕上げることだ。当然その演者の魅力を引き出すことでもある。
I gasp in shock.
そういうことなんだよ、シュウ。どんな大根だって三文芝居だって立派な映画に仕立ててやるのが監督ってもんだ。
Well, you aren't the best director, which is why Yune was shit. Yep, definitely. I think there's been some terrible misunderstanding here.
だからシュウも映画に出てくれるよな。
Pretty shit convincing. Oh, yeah. Wait. We're back to this again. There will still be explosions, right?
盛りまくり。
Then no.
そんな
Your dramatics won't work on me. You're just trying to trick me into acting in your film again. The more you look into Kyrie's eyes, the easier it is to get sucked into her latest scheme. Her words are fairly meaningless, but she's got an overwhelming, irresistible aura. That's how she got me the first time we met.
あとちょっとだったのに。
でもキリエの演技の凄さは伝わったんじゃないかな。
You mean just now? It was as if she had been possessed by a different person. Her power of persuasion is so undeniably strong. I guess she was acting, in a way. Mostly just scary.
私のことも見習って学んでけ。
They call me Bob. Aside from her talent as a director, her mastery of acting is truly frightening. We're not even on stage, and I'm getting sucked into her performance.
私は女優キリエの大ファンなんだ。
I'm a director, though. What? Silence.
よかったらシュウ、今度は俺の映画も見てみるか。
Huh? You make movies too, Guido? Kyrie noticeably flinched. What does that mean?
めくるめく美しき世界、理性と不条理の融合、奇跡のような映像美を約束するよ。
It's just gonna be a shirtless Guido the whole time. Wow, that sounds amazing.
やめとけ。見ちゃダメ。
Huh? Why not? Knowing Guido's clearly superior artistic sense, why wouldn't it translate well into film?
ギドーの映画はね、一作品しかないんだけど、サイレント映画なんだ。
A silent flick?
言葉の通り、音がない映画だ。音があるのは陶器。
Silent movie. It's hard for me to imagine, but I guess that means there's no dialogue.
俺の映画は多数のファンを獲得した。
Of course.
さすがじゃねえよ。ほとんど配信みたいになってたぞ。
夢中になっていただけだ。
夢中の度合いがちょっと。
What's wrong with that?
義堂の映画は20分ちょっとしかないんだけど、何度も繰り返し見続ける生徒が続出してね。危険なのでお蔵入りになった。
What the fuck? I can understand wanting to watch a movie you really like over and over.
一日中飯も食わずスクリーンにかじりついて50回以上見るって言ってもか。
Okay, let's do some math on that one, shall we? 50. Okay, so the movie is 20 minutes, right? So that means that an hour. So that means every hour, it's 3, which means that it's 3. You've watched the movie 3 times in an hour. That means at 20 hours you've watched. if you watch the movie for 20 hours, you've watched it 60 times. So then, what is it? Minus like 3 hours off it. So like, 17 hours of Gyro movie. Right? That's. Hang on. 50 divided by 3. Yeah, 16 hours, 16 and a half hours essentially. 16 hours and 40 minutes. Without pause, though. But it is viable. It is viable. Barely. But getting even to eat, yeah, no, it's definitely 16 hours and 40 minutes with 50 times. So, you know, you can, but it still wouldn't be considered a movie. That's truly terrifying. What do you mean viable? That's not okay. Well, I never said it was okay. Just saying you can watch it 50 times in a day. What is it about anyway?
まずストーリーはないでしょ。
Excuse me?
ただひたすら虫の行進とかリンゴの腐食とか人体模型が溶けたりするシーンがぶつ切りで流れる。
あと全編モノクロだね。
It doesn't really make much sense to me.
あんな映画に意味なんかねえ。
So then why would someone watch it 50 times?
逆に意味が分かってしまうと中毒になるようだ。
What a powerful drug. My desire to see it is gone.
怖い映画。ダメです。悪趣味です。絶対に見ません。
怖くなどないよ。シュールレアリスムを表現しただけだ。
I've noticed Guido's artistic sense takes on many forms, some perhaps more frightening than others.
おめえ絶対ドラッグやったろ。
しっけえな。俺はそんなものに手を染めるほど愚かではないよ。
Drugs again. I'm pretty sure I remember Yuji mumbling something about that earlier. It just seems so out of place in a town like this one.
でもあのフィルムは先生がどこか厳重に保管しているはずだから義堂も場所を知らないはずだよ。
それが問題だ。参ったね。
They won this time. Wow. Wow.
はおとなしく私の映画に出てろってこった。
That's where this was all going.
楽しみにしてるぞ、二代目リンカ。
Don't call him Rinka the Second.
気張ってくださいね。
私はナレーション専門だからね。
I realized on that day how much everyone in the friend group supported Kyrie's directional endeavors. Yikes. Later that night. I think I'm gonna end it off there for the day. How did I get 240 dropped frames? You know what? Never mind. I was struggling at the end there. But there wasn't really a good transition point. Stopping point until the transition, I mean. So thanks for watching. Kiria was adorable as always. Yes, she was. And I'm tired as always. So I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, a follow would be appreciated, and if you want to support me further, you could always subscribe. But yeah, I got Arlecchino finally, with 9 hours to spare, and the problem is that I had to fork over $50 to Hoyoverse to get her. Good for you. Yeah. Unfortunately. Thankfully, it only took one 10 pull more, so I only needed to spend 50. So thank God for that, because I didn't want another. Let me know when Sijuin releases. She releases next patch. So yeah. So in 9 hours, no, like in 4 weeks, or 3 weeks, 4 weeks, whatever. I'll tell you when the maintenance is up, and then you'll know. Because Sijuin and Chlorine release the same patch cycle, as in 4.6. Just remind me, I know she is a 5-star. Yes, I know. I hope I get Sijuin 2, but I'm gonna lose 50. I fucking lost 50-50 on Keqing to Keqing. So now I have a C6 Keqing, and I'm at least glad that my waifu was the first 5-star I C6'd. Hopefully more hentai as Sijuin releases. Yes, probably. But yeah. Tomorrow I'll be finishing Nekopara finally, hopefully. And then after I start posting Nekopara videos, after I finish Lobster with Garnish and move on to Nekopara Volume 3, that's when I will go through the hate scenes and I'll release them. But yeah.